Let's talk about the Tech battle. Georgia Tech versus Virginia Tech, 3:30 ACC Network. Georgia Tech 14.5-point favorite. Georgia Tech coming off a bye. Virginia Tech coming off a tough loss to Wake Forest. And Georgia Tech coming off a tough win over Wake Forest. These teams looked kind of similar against Wake Forest, if you will, and both kind of ran the ball in a similar light. Georgia Tech didn't run the ball as well, but Haynes King and his heroics won the day. The big question with Georgia Tech is just like the health. I mean,
Yeah.
with Jamal Haynes, with Haynes King, hopefully the bye week helped them out, Mac.
That's what I'm interested to see because the last time that we saw these boys, they were fighting their tail off in the fourth quarter, like trying to find a way to win a football game. Got a little help, which I'm just going to continue to address until we don't have to, which I don't know when that'll be. But they did find a way and they did win the game. And, it was a little sloppy. It was a little
Yep.
gross, not great execution. Couldn't really throw the ball in the first half. And, I just want to see this team come out and be ready. Talking with Haynes, he said the bye week was great for him, heal up a little bit, rest, just kind of sit back and now be ready to, push again, for a little bit in the season. So, just seeing what that will be. How does this team come out? Is Jamal Haynes healthier? We saw him a little banged up pregame against Wake Forest. So I don't think he was at his full strength or ready to go for the longevity of that game. Didn't have a very productive game at all against those guys. And I think they need to lean more on that running back room. We just need more production. We can't have, Haynes King being the leading rusher, even as special as he is. I need more from that running back room because I want to do this for 16 games, not just a handful, and see that from these guys. Would also love to see the emergence, a little bit more of the passing attack from Georgia Tech, like to be as one dimensional as maybe it looks
Yeah.
sometimes that can hurt you. When you play, a bigger team or a team that can take away the run, you've got to be able to rely on the passing. And so is that getting guys out in the space? Is that all that extra eye candy that I spoke with Haynes about? Getting guys open and getting easier, quicker reads to throw the football. So I am fascinated just to see how they approach that this week and, ultimately going against a wounded animal here in Virginia Tech, right? Like a team that lost their head coach that, won a couple of games without him and then, lose to Wake Forest, which they probably didn't anticipate. And Wake is playing really well. You brought that up earlier. We'll talk about that towards the end of the episode. But a great opportunity, obviously, for Georgia Tech to flex their muscles here.
Georgia Tech is up to 13 in the AP poll. I feel like people might not realize that. Georgia Tech fans do. But outside of the ACC bubble, like they're sneaking up there, Mac. They have so many things in front of them, so many goals, and you just have to keep winning. They found a way at Wake. You obviously prefer this one to not be as close. I think being back home, they've played really well at home. That can be huge. It looked sleepy. It looked really sleepy at Wake Forest, a noon kick.
Be
If
careful.
if if Georgia, yeah, sorry, not trying to I know what you're talking about. If Georgia Tech looks sleepy again to start this game, I'll have some concerns. Like, I need to see a quick start. I need to see, okay, coming off a bye, like we're the number 13 team in the country.
Yes.
Let's get it going. That's what I really want to see from Tech, Georgia Tech in the
Yeah,
first
you
one.
got to specify. I agree. I agree. And just like executing, like just seeing it
Yeah.
look good. That's
Look
that
like
is
the number 13 team in the
right.
country. Let's go.
Right. That's what I want. And that's who you are. And listen, talking, with coach and talking with Haynes about that expectation, and there's a great, pretty number by your name, and people are talking ACC
Yeah.
championship. Like, how do you just stay here? Like, get those blinders on, go forward, focus on us, focus on the main thing. That to me is going to be a significant challenge for a team that has not done something of this nature in a long time. Like, it is what it is. When you have newly found success and people are telling you how great you are when you're used to telling them how inefficient or deficient or blah 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 about you, it's a different, maybe you feel a little good. So how can you keep on the earmuffs, keep on the blinders, go forward and just focus on the main thing today, which is Virginia Tech, and they have some nice pieces there. They haven't been able to put it all together consistently. So how can you exploit that? How can you run the ball super effectively? As you mentioned, the fast start to me is
Mhm.
the most important thing.
It's huge. And hopefully we see a really good crowd for Georgia Tech and, of course, for the huddle because they will be there.